I think it's episode 625 of the Working Class Bowhunter podcast.
I think you're right.
Kurt Geyers, I'm talking right now.
Eric Hammond.
Doug Schmidt.
Doug, good to see you.
Thank you.
2 nights in a row.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
Two very, once again, attractive guests in the studio. Very smart, young, handsome gentlemen that made it all the way to the WCB studio. Who might we be speaking to?
TJ Eads.
Keegan Brenner.
Hey, guys. You guys seem mildly excited to be here.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
We drove from no snow to a lot of snow.
Yeah. Our apologies on that. I appreciate you guys coming to us. That always means a lot when you guys, people in general, come to our single wide studio here. As Scott Bakken gave us the best compliment diss ever the first time he came in. It's actually pretty nice. I'm like, that fucking kind of was offensive.
What do you think? We just did this in a hole in the ground, or what?
Yeah, that's literally what he did. And you guys know Scott well, and we can we'll talk shit about Scott later in the episode.
okay.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks for making the trip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little sampler podcast of us at ATA, but it's like they're awkward at it. Usually they're awkward live, you know.
Doug was on point. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was killing it. You guys were not doing as
Were
well.
you? Were you killing it?
Yeah, I think so. I
But
think it
you
was
were
well.
funny.
Yeah, as in killing it.
Okay.
That's what that means.
Did you do any like research or homework?
No,
or
I didn't.
All right, here off to a good start.
Don't need
Perfect. Nope.
All right, let's just jump right into
Jesus.
it. Okay. Dude, you are everywhere. I feel like you're the man. And this is how I explain you to other people when I like said that you were coming in. And this is incorrect, I think, but I believe it to be true. But my descriptor was wrong because I kept calling you an engineer.
Yeah.
You're not technically an engineer, but this is how I explained. Yeah, TJ, he's like the engineer in the industry right now. Like he's got his hand in everything cool. Like the up and coming everything cool.
Well, that's a huge compliment. Appreciate that. But no, it's surround yourself with good people and good things can happen.
Well,
100%.
So you're not an engineer? Was I fucked up on that the whole
You're
time?
the
So
designer.
I'm yelling at Doug the whole time about engineering questions, and I was fucking wrong.
That's why. That's why I didn't ask him.
Yeah, he might have deserved it. I don't know. But I'm just kidding, Doug.
So I was wrong the whole time.
So technically, I have an industrial design degree. I got it from Purdue.
That sounds like an engineer to me.
I get to do the fun stuff.
Okay.
Engineering makes it work. So
Yeah,
I work on.
I went for the wrong thing.
Yeah, for sure. But
So Doug's job sucks.
Yeah,
Yours is awesome. Is what you're saying.
I gotta do all the
Yeah.
boring
Awesome.
stuff.
So yeah, I was kind of wrong.
a little bit, but we do engineering work as well.
Yeah,
So, but technically, my degree says industrial designer.
that sounds cooler.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, but yeah.
It is.
So, man, let's start with Rack Hub.
Okay.
And because we got a full blown show right before we did this, and we're gonna do one on like live on air. We should to show how easy it is.
Sure.
If we can, if it's not a pain in the butt.
Yeah, we can.
We can pull everything in here and do it. It might be a pain in the butt, but it'll
figure
show
it out.
that it's quick. What the hell is Rack Hub?
So Rack Hub is it's a premium antler display product. We started, my cousin and I started it back in, the idea came in December of 17. We started the company in March of 18 and patent and all that stuff. Took us about a year to get it to work because our constraints were people are not going to want to drill in their antlers, right? So we tried to think of any idea that would make it, that we could mount it to where it looked like it was parked on the deer's head. But we were striking out because you got to clasp like the exterior of the antler and it just looks cumbersome and like you got some guy's hands holding it kind of deal. It just took away from us. They're like, what if it was just so minimal that people might be okay with it, and then we'll educate and show how easy it is, and no epoxies, no glues, it'll be quick. So we designed our antler insert so it's friction fit. You just drill a hole an inch deep. We ship the bits with the products.
That's huge.
Tap it in. If you got a hammer, it helps. We did not hear for your earlier.
If you got 2x10, that works also.
2x10 worked.
Yeah.
No, tap them in and it lives within the antler. If you ever want to remove it, you just drill it out with the same drill bit. It'll remove it's a aluminum insert, just anodized aluminum, so you can drill it back out. And a lot of guys, if they want to fill it, they're using super glue and then like the dust from the antler.
Sure.
Fills it in. You can't even tell that there was a hole there. So
Very cool.
we made it extremely minimal to where you can display it and it looks nice for hunters, non-hunters. We had one review that it said wife approved. Which,
Oh, that's a big compliment.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, because a lot of girlfriends, wives, some people just don't like eyeballs or skulls. So this is a way you can bring your antlers inside instead of having them out in a...
Or like my house where they're just laying all over the floor everywhere.
Well, that's the problem with it all.
Keep
Yeah.
them off the floor.
And then before we go any further, Keegan, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
We didn't get into you. I'm sorry. I just went right
down
into
here,
Rack Up.
down here.
He's right here. He's still here.
You're just like the hype guy. What do you do?
Follow TJ around.
No. So
Carry his stuff.
you gave me quite the intro, but Keegan's the man.
I got too excited. I wanted to get right into Rack Up. How rude of me.
I'm involved in about
You're good.
this many brands ish. I don't know how many you're working with now. I lost track.
All kudos to him, though.
How many brands are you with?
Oh, the list is getting longer every day, it seems.
Good problem
You
to
know,
have.
Yeah, good problems. Yeah.
You know, anything from the trophy lines to the to the dials to the Novixes.
Yeah.
You know, talking with Joe.
Mr.
Big
Humphreys.
time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mr.
the man.
Humphreys. Yeah. So no, it's the list grows literally every day.
So what do you do?
I won't spill the sauce that quick.
So spill it up, brother. Spill it up.
So we have the pleasure of packaging these products, right?
Yeah.
So, giving that customer experience. So the dial over there,
Yes.
that bad boy, that's it.
It's a premium feel.
Exactly.
That makes a big deal, dude. Like
Oh, yeah.
a big difference because like trophy line stuff is like whew, nice.
Top
you know what I
notch.
mean?
Yep.
You feel
And wait till 24. Well, this year.
yeah.
I mean, Weston and Rodich knocked it off they knocked it out of the park. It's top of the
So
line.
you're obviously doing the stuff for Rat Cub, which we're talking about and all that. So that's cool. Okay, so we'll get into some of that too as we go. So yeah, that's cool. That's a very important thing for companies that I think the consumer might not think about right away
100%.
until they receive it, and then it's got to have that
High quality
feel
box
look.
and everything. Yep.
Yeah, there's got to be something we can do. You know,
Yeah.
with
Keep the-
WCB.
keep the brand rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
WCB needs premium something.
We'll have it by the end
We'll
of the
figure it
episode.
out.
Yeah, we want to go from trailer trash
thinking.
to
Walmart?
trailer.
Get that
what?
brain
To
taken.
Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Just step it up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, there's a lot to unpack. All right. So Rack Hub, back to Rack Hub.
Yep.
Was Rack Hub how you first started, like technically in the industry?
That's a good question, Doug.
Good job, Doug.
Damn.
See?
Yes, but it started a little earlier when I was in college. You know, I dreamt of going to ATA. Like, it was the Super Bowl for me. And
Yeah.
obviously you couldn't get in, right, unless you had an in. And somehow along the way, I met a gentleman named Mike. I'll save his last name just in case he gets mad at me for saying it. But dude's top tier. My mentor, he got me into ATA. And at the show, I met a ton of folks, and one of whom was Andy Simo. So I don't know if you guys remember New Archery Products, NAP.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So met Andy, a literal rocket scientist, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And he was the founder of Thunderhead and the first flipper arrow rest.
Oh, no shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows Thunderhead.
Oh yeah, everyone. That was him.
Wow.
Shook his hand. He wanted to get into potentially doing like a bow sight, which was sure, sign me up. I remember in February, as early February after ATA, I got a call from a Chicago number because that's where they were housed or the HQ was. And Andy called me. He's like, "Hey, got a project for you." So we went through a process of designing this bow sight. It was super sweet, like checking all the boxes that they wanted. And they never brought it to market due to a lot of things. And he was looking to sell and his health and stuff. But we were able to design some broadheads and an arrow rest for him at the time, so that they did launch a couple of those things.
While you're in college.
While I was in college, I was
pretty
freelancing
cool.
doing that.
Damn.
That's awesome.
And then
What was the rest called, if anybody remember, or can you not?
it was they molded so it leaned forward just a little bit. It was gray with like a yellow rubber piece or something, and I forget what it was called. I don't remember. I got a picture of it somewhere, but maybe Apache or
You should have that shit on the wall in your office, dude. Like,
it's collecting
trophies?
dust. It's collecting dust on a shelf at
yeah.
home.
But you should have like the ad from that. Like, that's cool.
It was cool. Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? If
remember
I did that,
opening-
I'd be like, yeah, look at that. I'd never let people forget it.
It hit me. It hit me. You guys remember the magazines like Cabela's when it would show
Oh,
up,
Oh
dude?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can remember flipping through it and like there it is.
The master catalog and all that. Yeah.
So that's when it got real, when I saw it in the magazine.
That's
And
cool.
That is cool.
So that was the start, Doug, in the industry. And then it was,
In college, that's impressive.
I wanted to get
really
in the
cool.
industry right away, and there was an opportunity, but I truthfully wasn't ready, and I knew it. I needed to go learn and hone in my skills, and I fortunately was able to go work at Delta Faucet Company in Indianapolis, and they have a luxury brand called Brizo. So
Yeah, you got into this just a touch on the No
Yeah,
Licks
yeah.
ATA podcast.
So I was designing for luxury brand like Pinky Up launch products in New
Yeah.
York and Vegas and wherever else.
Shit we
like
couldn't afford.
couple $1,000 type faucets.
That's
And,
wild, dude.
That's crazy.
It's like fruit punch coming out of them or what? What the fuck?
Yeah, if you
Hell
wanted
yeah.
for
Anything you want?
wine, some events we'd have them dispensing wine. at
Really?
Events. Oh yeah.
We need a Busch Light fountain, dude.
The faucet market.
The
who
faucet
knew?
is Busch Light in there.
I bet Keegan could hook us up.
The latte fountain.
Latte fountain.
I love it.
Dude.
He'll get the
That
word.
already
Okay.
sounds great.
I'm in.
Yeah.
So
me too.
so good thing that you're like well spoken and educated, because you get one of us in there around them people, they're just like, get these trashy
Like,
rednecks
dude.
away from us.
What was cool and a pivotal moment for me, I think I told you this, Keegan, but I can remember being on a high rise in New York. We just launched this high-end faucet. We designed it out of concrete and worked with a artist in Vancouver to manufacture them, and the whole thing. We did a limited series, like 500 quantity.
Yeah.
They're like $2,500 or something. Awesome packaging. You didn't do it, but you could have.
I love that. You didn't do it, but you could have.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
thanks.
sick. But I can remember my pocket gun, pulled it out, trail cam pictures,
Uh-huh.
and I'm talking to like somebody that's holding their dog or whatever and looking at
Little shitty white
Yeah.
dog with crusty eyes.
shit.
Gold collar on.
Yeah, but it was like I definitely need to get in that industry. I can't get away from it. So
You didn't want to be on high rises anymore.
I just
New
no, it
York?
wasn't
That,
for
that
me.
industry
I was-
probably paid better though, huh?
yeah, I mean, this is good living for
Just
sure.
not as interesting.
It just wasn't for me. I was occupying a spot that someone else should have.
That-
you
yeah,
know?
that's cool. That,
Is there
yeah.
people out there that get real excited about faucets?
Oh, dude.
Fuck yeah, I
it's
bet
a
home
whole nother
designers and
world.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hospitality. All that. They're putting up new hotels or whatever. And they're
Oh,
Have you ever seen HGTV, dude? That's all that is.
No.
That's all it is.
It's all in the
It's
faucet.
cool. That's cool, man.
It's all the
it-
faucet.
well, dude, I was super fortunate to do it. Amazing team, designers that are next level, and getting to work with engineers and packaging and marketing and all the things. So I kind of soaked up how the engine runs. So
Yeah.
then that allowed me to take the next steps, which was when we had our daughter Cameron. She's our firstborn. My wife, we felt moved for her to quit her job, so she came home to be a stay-at-home mom, and then I just knew it wasn't sustainable to be
Yeah.
driving. I was commuting an hour and a half, so I made the leap to start Rack Hub, and Eads Design was the next thing. But yeah, that's kind of how it started.
Very cool. So
Very cool.
The rack hub thing, like, did you just like how did that idea come about? Because it's such a good idea, and it's kind of like when you see it, you kind of go, ah. A lot of people are like, I should have thought of that.
shit.
Yep.
I should have done.
Was it was it something you were like, I got all these sheds laying on the ground? Like, what brought you to the idea of it?
So it was my cousin Jason and I. Jason's, I think, 6 years older than me, and he's one of the best natural gifted guides that I know. He guides to this day in Illinois, but dude is always finding sheds, and we talk all the time about antlers and bucks and trail cam pics and
Yeah.
all these things. But he's gotten a lot of people on some giant deer that his wall would look insane if he was the hunter, kind of deal. But anyway, we're like, dude, how are we going to display all these sheds? And we research and buy some things, and it's just like we want to see what he looked like when he was 3 years old or whatever to now when he's 4.
Yeah.
But we don't want it to be permanent. You put these up on the wall and you're like, I can look at it now, but I want to be able to hold them.
It's part of the fun of sheds and skull
Yeah.
caps
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there it didn't exist, and we talked about the idea, and it's one of the rules that I have. If anyone has a new idea, if it's something that
I have
you-
a new idea, and you have to remind me. I'm going to forget
Okay,
it,
don't forget it.
but I'll tell you after. Yeah.
If you have an idea and you wake up the next day, it's still there. It's still there a week from now, a month from now. It's like, obviously it's there. You need to do something with it. Even if it's not for you to pursue that business or whatever. Maybe you tell somebody that can, or maybe
Yeah.
it's an idea that gets you to the next thing that you're supposed to go to. Anyway, we couldn't shake it. So we're like, let's just try it and see. We were building it for ourselves. I should have brought the first prototype, but it was a Jason used the very first prototype. Jason used like a plumbing ball joint type thing.
Yep.
He mounted it to a metal outlet box. Just had it mounted to the wall. Drill a hole in an antler and put it on there, and we could kind of get it like angled the way we wanted. We're like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
'cause you could pop it off.
Now we just got to perfect it.
Yeah, now we got to perfect it. So then I just roughed out a steel little bracket and bent it and mounted some, like those, I don't know, the cheap DSLR ball joints you can buy on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
The cheap ones. So mounted those on there and kind of hacked it, and that's the second one. Have you seen it in the basement?
I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe.
Well, I'll show you.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
he's
Yeah.
seen it for
I've
sure.
seen it
He's seen
100
it.
times.
For conversation's sake, it definitely yes.
But you should have brought it.
That's on me.
Right there.
Yeah, like you didn't bring us enough.
I mean, you guys see this giant set right here.
That's a mega.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's. So all right, so that's cool. You've kept all those. Like you do have them, like
Have
the
those,
prototypes. Okay.
Have the prototypes, and we're like, well, we got to make fixes to this and that. And like I mentioned, that I think we were talking off camera on the inserts. That took us about a year to refine because we didn't want you to have to jack with epoxies and glues, and it's messy, and you're going to get it on your antlers. It's going to take a day to dry, and it's
annoying.
we don't. Yeah, it's already a hurdle to drill into them. So let's make it easy and fun. So we ship the drill bit with it, and the inserts, and they're friction fit. You just tap them in. You guys saw how easy it was, and maybe we can try another one. But we wanted to be simple, clean, easy. You could mount them in a minute, kind of deal. That was our constraint. So we worked for a year to get those inserts right. That's what took the longest. And once we got it, we went to ATA, I think in 2019. Just like, this is where we test it. Let's see if we're onto something.
Yeah.
And otherwise, we're just going to have expensive prototypes, and we can tuck our tails, and we'll have these things for ourselves. But
Yeah.
it went really well at ATA. And we met a ton of people there that have helped us in many arenas as far as e-commerce. A couple buddies have helped us from ATA, for meeting them there. So
It's awesome.
The first I heard about Rack Hub that I can remember is Austin, who should be here, killed a really big buck he called the Hopper Dropper.
Yep.
Big double drop, kind of non-typical. And he had several years of sheds for it. And we posted pictures of it before, but he's got the buck full mounted, and then he has the sheds on Rack Hub's set systems. I believe that's the first time I've seen one.
Yeah.
I don't...
In person, yeah.
In person. I don't know. That would have been... Who turned... Did TJ Unger turn him on to it then at the time? Does that sound right?
it could have been Unger, because I feel like Allison wrote an article on it too.
Uh-huh.
And I remember communicating with Austin, and wasn't it like, did he kill him at 6 years old and had the 4 and 5 year old match sets?
I think the deer's like 7 or 8. And
Yeah.
he has...
Okay.
He has a bunch. He has 2 complete match sets, 1 shoot up from the... There's a trickle in there, but he has... I know for sure 2 complete sets. One had a bunch of baling twine or wire
He has like wire in there.
all in there.
It's crazy.
But that's what I remember the first time seeing him. I was like in person,
Yeah.
where he's like, boom, boom, pop some of them off, and
we're like,
you can play with
"Whoa."
them. And then, but I do remember being like, oh, you drilled into those?
Yep.
I do remember that. So I get that.
Oh, yeah.
Our buddy Lee, who's he's the leader of a cult, so he doesn't really have room to like judge anybody.
He doesn't like change.
He doesn't like change, and he is like a shed purist, where he's like, I love them, but I don't want to drill into my sheds. But fuck off, Lee. What do you
I don't know. You look at
got mad at me
You look
for
at
right
Austin's
now.
though, with the years like going down. That's just so cool.
It's sexy.
It's so cool right
God,
now.
that's slick. Slicker than shit.
Dude, I respect those that don't want to do that. I get it. I was that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was. Jason was too, the co-founder at the time. And after you do it, we're like,
not that
why
big a
don't I
deal.
keep it? It doesn't hurt anything.
It's not
'cause
Right.
that big of a deal at all.
You can just-
Like, once you do it.
And
Alright.
you could see them and display them so much easier.
Yeah, otherwise they're sitting on the floor in a pile.
Yeah,
So
you're
what's
like, oh
what's
shit, where's 9 Lives
Yeah,
at?
hold
Yeah,
on. Let
dig
me
through
find
town.
him.
where's the
Throwing shit
respect
around.
line? Is it not getting to enjoy them, or is it drilling a little hole and being able to like look at it? Like that's cool,
Right.
Well, my argument, and it's not even an argument, it's a fact, is any other form of taxidermy, you're using sawzalls, hacksaws, drills, like all these shoulder mounts.
Yeah, just
You
a skull
hacksaw
plate.
The skull plate, you're drilling holes through the skull plate.
Yeah.
You're using some Bondo or Quickcrete or whatever. It's permanent. So this is the least intrusive way that we could do it.
100%.
So, yeah.
It's a
It took
clean
us
look.
Took us
Yeah.
a minute and a half.
Yeah. So
And that we didn't even have the hammer and things set
No
up.
vise.
yeah.
Right,
So
no vice.
Would have been
We had to
30
use-
seconds.
We had to use the wood.
yeah, it's a good hammer, man. I loved it.
Laid
Yeah.
the wood.
Lay the wood, laying the wood. So after this podcast goes up, we're gonna put the reel up that Jordan filmed you basically doing the setups, showing how easy it is. So we'll show that, and we got a code for listeners.
Yeah.
That so if you guys have a set of sheds or a buck that you didn't mount that you want to do a mount like this, something clean, wife approved, whatever it is, we're gonna go code WCB.
Let's roll with it. Yeah.
And where do they go to apply the code?
It's just rackhub.com. It's rack-hub, but if you search it, SEO is pretty tidy, so it'll pull right up.
Cool.
Look on the Googles, you'll find it.
Yeah. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn cool.
Oh, least we can do. Thank you guys.
Yeah, should we put this in the middle of the table?
Yeah,
Yeah, show 'em.
let's go through these first. I want to
Okay.
go through the setups, then we'll show this.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
so
So this was the start of the company. This is the RH2. Rack hub, 2 antlers, RH2. It's just easy to remember, easy to say, but
Straightforward.
straightforward.
Clean,
2 ball
clean.
joints here, but you got the knurled cap here, holding down a ball and stem. The ball and stem is steel, one piece, because it has to be, otherwise it'll fail. It won't be strong enough.
it's like a shear point otherwise.
Yep. And we designed this as there's a failure point in any product. So this is the failure point. If you tighten it all down and you wrench on the antler or something, this will fail. So you can replace that. We've had less than 1% of returns or failures. So it's overbuilt, but ball and stem, solid one piece steel. Everything else is aluminum. Knurled cap, you can tighten that down. I'll get an antler on here just to show you. Grab this one.
The megas.
Megas.
The Mega Giant.
Yeah, where'd you find that set?
Mega Mini?
This was, I think, an online purchase because I didn't have a cute little 10-point.
Yeah.
We're like, kind of need one.
It's kind of nice just for display purposes.
It is. And, well, this was a deadhead, so it's cut off. Looks like sheds. But we wanted to show that it doesn't matter. Like, you could kill a forky or spike, like it's your kid's first buck. You're not going to shoulder mount it or something.
Yeah.
You can just cut them off and display it. They can have it in their bedroom or something. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to say it, mount that memory, mount your memory.
For
But
sure.
anyway, ball joint, tighten it down here. You can get it where you want it. And then there's a set screw on the bottom to lock it in. So,
It's clean, dude.
yeah, rotate it around. You can make them narrow, wide, whatever, real. Tighten it down. You're good to go.
You know, I'm thinking about the guy. I know wife approved. Like, I don't care about. I love skulls and shoulder mounts, obviously, but like if you're a professional, unlike us, like you have a respectable job and you have like an office where it's like you can't really have like a skull in there. Like, say you're a dentist who likes to shoot deer, and you want to have something in here. I don't know. Maybe
Yep.
I'm off on this, but that's a clean, non-intrusive way that nobody can be upset about.
Right, because they're just antlers.
Yeah, they're just antlers.
Yeah. I mean, you got them in your office.
I
don't you?
do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody getting upset about
Not a,
antlers?
not a professional.
No,
Not a
You see-
professional.
pretty professional.
He's like suit and tied up every time
Are
I
you?
see him. Oh,
What's your daily
don't
tire?
be fibbing,
Let's get into
Keegan.
it. What do you wear?
We're on air.
I'm like a clown. I mean,
You're a circus clown,
Yeah, literally.
like John Wayne Gacy type shit, or what?
Face paint and all.
Hey, isn't he the clown, the murderer clown?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I unfortunately do have to wear a little get up, but
What do you wear? What are you rocking? You got a suit?
Suit and tie?
Damn, you suit up.
so before COVID we did, right? Tie, suit, you name
Okay.
it.
Every day.
Selling packing peanuts.
That sucks.
Right?
Selling packet peanuts.
Yeah. And then
He's a
and then-
peanut expert.
and then everybody decided to get that they were sick. So we've sort of scaled it back, but yeah.
So now it's slacks and clip-on
Sport
ties.
coat. No, the tie gets cut off now, so that's good.
Sport coat, nice.
Yeah.
But still
Damn.
rocking Dad New Balances. With
Oh.
all of it.
All day long.
Okay.
All day long.
All
Hell
day
yeah.
long.
Okay, so that right there is like you have a setup in your office.
Oh yeah.
Ah, cool. I could have just used you as an example, but I didn't realize you were another social class above us.
We didn't know.
Now we do, and I'll talk to you
The
differently.
pinhook makes sense now.
You're welcome.
Try to get a latte.
Yeah, it's like that explains the nice whiskeys you brought us. Like, well, thank you, thank you.
Good
Thank you.
sauce.
Good sauce. It's nice. I'm somewhat of a bitch, so I let my ice melt into it. Then I have a couple sips.
I can't even drink it.
Good job, Doug.
Yeah.
Doug, it'll make you feel good.
So
I don't think it will.
back to Rack Hub, RH2, kick ass.
RH2.
What else you got?
RH1's holding your buck out there, Kurt.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's just
we jumped
single-
the gun on that.
single antler.
Thank you for that,
display.
by the way.
You're welcome. And this is the XL. Check out this guy. So this is for the this is part of our big game collection, but it holds elk and moose very well. But you can see the size difference.
It is a
crazy.
beefy bracket.
Elk sheds, that'd be the move.
It's a hell of a bracket.
Check it out, Doug. Feel it.
What do you think, Doug? Would you ever think of that?
Would you engineer that?
Yeah, I would have.
Could you 3D print that?
No, you'd be paying out the ass for that.
Which way would you orient it to 3D print it?
That way.
Yeah, you need to go the way with the
Other side.
least supports. So
Right,
you're gonna
least-
go up.
Up that way.
Mm-hmm.
But you got threads under here.
You can't do threads. You got to machine those
Oh,
afterwards.
Doug.
Is that right or wrong?
Did you have to do a certain
Argue.
distance?
Huh?
Did you do a certain distance away from the wall?
Yeah, because we, those.
Good question.
Good question. So we looked at Euro mounts, right? Because everybody uses them, everyone. And on an elk, you can mount it to the wall, teeth hitting, and the beams generally stay away, right? The beams, the hooks coming back
Yep.
generally stay away when
Teeth
the
hitting.
teeth are hitting the wall. So
Yeah,
skull
flat down on the
flat
wall.
down on the wall, nose pointing straight to the ground. The beams hardly ever hook back and hit the wall. So for insurance, we pushed it out a little ways. What we felt was right, so you could have a little bit of movement. And depending, some people are mounting it on a post, so they can hook them back, mount it low, and hook them back.
They don't even
Yep.
care, yeah.
But we just wanted some distance so it'd work. And moose paddles, same thing. So there's a little thought into it, but I guess it wasn't science to the distance. It's just let's get it away a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. I just think it's a cool way. Like we were talking at our bar right here before, and I just tried not to make it sound like a diss. It was a compliment. I was like, this could very easily not look good. If it was, you know what I mean? I'm giving you a compliment because it looks fucking good, but it's so simplistic and clean that it doesn't. You're not distracted by it. You're intrigued with it because you're like, oh, that's a neat mounting system, but it doesn't take away from its purpose
It's not
of displaying
gaudy.
the
It's
antler.
sleek. It looks really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, like if I made that, it'd look like ass. It'd be like a piece of angle iron with a hole drilled in it. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? It's on
like,
your wall.
It doesn't take
Yeah.
away from the antlers at all.
Right.
Yeah, it's just attractive.
Doug hit it on the nail on the head there. So the focus is the antlers. That's why we're.
I kind
buying
of
the
said that
product.
first though before Doug did. So.
Yeah, but that was off air. But
Doug's just stealing
No,
everything
just
Kurt
now,
says.
TJ.
oh, just now. Sorry,
We have a notepad,
I was
like-
listening. Maybe
You and Doug got some sort of secret romance going on, and
That's why they're sitting next to each other.
back to
Yeah.
Rack Hub. So,
thank you,
Anyway,
thank you. Yeah. Anyway,
Anywho,
anywho,
we one thing we did, and to both your points,
Thank you.
antlers are the focus.
thank you.
We angled the bracket up, so it's like you're showcasing your trophy. You're mounting your trophy. So
Yep.
bracket angles up. You're kind of holding those antlers that mean, that's got a memory for you. So it means something to you. So you can look at them, appreciate it.
Show that baby, Eric.
Show it off.
Look at
there.
Eric just staring at it.
So we just mounted these. What'd you say? A minute and a half. We got them
Minute
up.
and a half.
Yeah, very real fast.
And I was surprised. Eric didn't even hesitate for me to drill into him.
No,
No.
But yeah, see. Check that out.
yeah. So this is the sheds from 9 Lives.
Yep.
The buck Eric always talks about.
He also never washed off the dirt.
That's
Dude,
part of it. That's how I
That's
found
part-
it.
that's part of the story,
attractive.
man.
That's part of the
Take some
story.
pictures of this baby on the table.
Yeah.
Eh.
It just looks good.
Eric, he's
I
a
was just
tank.
talking about. I didn't even put like that you were coming today. I'm like, Kurt, we need to display these somehow and everything. I'm like, well, shit. TJ's here.
TJ's here.
Well,
He's
we
got the solution.
we had a taxidermy arrangement day.
Yeah.
So you guys are the first guests to see. Like we crammed. How many heads we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We put 7 shoulder mounts in the studio and some Euros, and we're getting ready for more taxidermy. So I feel like out there it looks empty, but then we crammed them all in here, which is probably going to help with sound quality. So
Yep.
They look good.
We were in the middle of this rearrangement, trying to get it to look good, and that was cool about the RH1, the buck battle axe that I shot a couple years ago. The year before, I actually found his year before shed a year after I killed him doing a CRP burn, and I just had it in this like. I was embarrassed that you saw the display I had it sitting on in the wall. I'm like, don't look at this. And so we did the RH1 mount and have it hanging right by the shoulder mount, and kind of the same orientation that the mount is, so you clearly see. Oh yeah, that's cool. You know, so it's just slick.
Oh yeah, and it looks amazing. I can see it right here from where I'm sitting. But,
I wish I could see it.
Yeah, he's a stud. That's a cool shed.
Yeah, it's a neat. It adds to the story. You know, it's a conversation piece.
And it'll always be right there, right next to the deer. That
And it's cool too, like you said, like you can orient them any way you want.
pull it off the wall.
Yeah, any way you want.
you know, because like
You can match
TJ
like the way Kurt's mount is.
And you were
Yeah.
explaining earlier, like right now we have 9 Live set up like how he would look if he was mounted on the wall. But like, say he's got a cool drop or something off the back, you can just loosen that ball joint and spin these things all the way around, and kind of display them from the backside.
Yep.
So it's so cool that you got that ball joint there where you can put them at any orientation you want.
Genius.
So is this base that 9 Lives bound on? This is going to be available?
We're sold out currently on the website. We offer, I think, maple and walnut. This is a one-off pine that we made, but then I'll leave that here with you guys. But
Appreciate that.
yeah, they went over well. The problem with at least what we found with the wood species, people have gotten picky on. This isn't wood grain I like, or return. So it's kind of a distraction right now for manufacturing purposes. Not that we won't do it. It's just not right now. We got shed season coming up, and we're
Yeah.
busier than heck, so we'll get back to it. And we want to do a metal base. Eric, you brought it up, but we want to do a metal pedestal that coordinates nicely. It flat packs. We'll talk packaging, Keegan. Flat packs, so it's easy to unbox and throw them up, and you can throw them on a coffee table, some centerpiece,
Yep.
wherever you want. So, and the really cool thing is
get
we
like a
sell
little
extra
whiskey
inserts. Yeah, you can set that on there.
Yeah, you can set, dude, that's a good idea. You could put like
Yeah.
a decanter, like whiskey
Little
set.
display on
it's like
there.
a gentleman's gift.
We got people put a sweet lamp next to it, and it's kind of lit up, casting cool shadows, low light. So
It's pretty cool.
I love seeing all the reviews come in with the pictures from customers, because it's like, I wouldn't have thought of that, but that's awesome.
I love it, dude. Let's where can we put that? Because we're blocking.
Oh yeah, we'll
Where
get
we
it. We'll
go
get out of the way.
At the end there, is that out of the way
let's-
or not?
Jordan, if you want to grab it, as long as it's not in the way of that
Just sit it
camera,
right there on the corner.
it might work. Yeah, that's attractive. We got to figure out a good place to like mount that up, because above the studio if it'll fit. That's a great look.
Yeah.
Thanks. And we've got guys, obviously, there's guys finding more sheds, or they shoot another buck, cut them off and mount it. We sell extra inserts, so it's plug and play. They'll fit. Like if you want to go from RH2 to an RH1, flip flopping around,
Yeah.
and you're good to go.
Just kind of
just change it up. if
Change
you
it
want.
up. Yeah. You can have like a wall that your 70-inch and above wall that you can rotate them out and stuff like that. Dude, it's genius, man.
I wish.
It is
I think it's
genius.
great. So code WCB, rackhub.com. Save some coin on
Yep.
that. So now for shed season, and then I'm sure guys like into bow season is probably the busiest time for you guys.
Honestly, yeah, Q4, Q1 is our busiest time. So shed season, finding sheds, throwing them up. But yeah, during hunting season, a lot of guys are mounting the sheds to the buck they're chasing. Like just give them a target. You know how
Yep.
we get fixated. Like this is my buck.
Goals.
Yep. So they'll throw them up. Or again, you can only shoulder mount so many deer. So we got, even myself, my wife, her buck, we a couple years back cut them off like same day, threw them on there. Nice 4-year-old 135-inch Indiana buck. The one that I just got this year doing the same. And then, yeah, we got a lot of, and what's showing is the reviews, people. Because we have like a simple questionnaire for a review. And I bet about half of them are cutoffs.
Oh,
from
really?
People. Well,
Oh yeah.
taxidermy, it's not, we're not trying to take away from taxidermy. I love it. I've got a ton of shoulder mounts. It's just another option. So if you've loaded your wall up with shoulder mounts, you can get an RH2 and throw that nice buck. Or if you're going out of state, can't bring brain matter across the border or whatever,
Oh yeah.
cut
That's a
them
good
off,
point.
bring them back, especially elk, because it's really expensive to get them on the wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can spend, I think it's $79 for one of these, and I think we're at like $159 for this guy,
Yeah.
Perfect.
and mount them in minutes.
Yeah.
See, I see a lot of taxidermists should have like a couple of these on hand.
Yeah.
It's like,
In their shop, yeah.
you know, I think this can be a supplement
Yep.
to like what they offer. Like, for example, we work with Old Barn Taxidermy, and
Yep.
if you don't know those guys, I want to introduce you to them. They're the best, and they have a company called G2 Forms. They make their own forms, and I'm like, what can you guys do with G2 Forms? What can you guys do with Old Barn Taxidermy in general? Because they're a meat processor, a tannery, and a taxidermy shop all in one. So someone might want that because they spent their money on the processing and maybe it's a deer they don't want to mount or whatever, they can pick one up at the
Or just have
taxidermy.
that on display with some sheds in their room right there when you walk in. Everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell is that thing?" It'd be awesome for you guys to link up with those guys.
We treat them as dealers. We've set some taxidermy shops up like that, so they'll just have some right there, and they'll sell them to customers. If, again, like in your case, or Austin's, where you got the sheds to the buck that you're having shoulder mounted.
Dude, I
Park
got
the
so
sheds.
much run through my brain right now. You guys, Old Barn Taxidermy and Classic Racks.
Yep.
Are you familiar with Classic Racks?
I am, and I'll tell you about our partner then next, but continue.
But they just do the scanning and shit. It's all in one. Like, that's all related. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we partnered recently with Antler Tech, I think last year.
Similar type company.
Similar type, but they do they can do scanning and stuff like the Classic Rack, but they have skulls that they mold. Mm-hmm. They tuck in our ball joints.
I have one.
You do?
So they sent me one, and
Did Phil or Burke send you one?
I fucked it up too, and that's my fault. So I had a buck that got hit by a car. I have it in my garage mounted as like garage art, and I don't know what I did. I messed it up.
Well, we can fix that, but they do the skull with the ball joint. So if you want the Euro look,
Yeah,
you got the rack hub guts, but it looks real. Like that's why
it looks exactly like a real skull,
and the weight even it feels. The same.
You fucked it up, huh?
Yeah, I fucked it up.
I'll talk.
I'm embarrassed by it. I don't want to talk about it.
No, we'll bring it up.
What
No,
the packaging look like?
It was sexy.
he did the packaging.
It was right.
Sexy.
I drilled. I fucked up the holes.
Oh,
I was rammy, and I might have had a couple beers. And I
still
went.
got all your fingers though.
I went too deep,
Ah,
and it didn't like It's like loose because it doesn't seat right because it's in too deep on the antler base.
Gotcha.
It's a me problem.
Okay, but
Remember that?
There you go.
Do you remember when Andy and I went and got that buck that got hit by a car?
Yep.
We went and got reported it in. Went and got this roadkill buck, and which it's a sad story, but I wanted the antlers to go to use, and rather than just like whatever happened to him, and so I put it on that in my garage. It's kind of just like above my toolbox, and it's on there. It looks good, but don't touch it.
okay.
It'll fall
No
apart.
touchy.
Yeah, that's a me problem. All right, I'm embarrassed by it. All right,
It's all right.
you're
It's
judging
okay.
me.
It's
I can
okay. It
feel
happens.
I'm not judging you.
No, he's not. Look at him.
No judgment.
I don't know. I feel that's pretty judgy.
Judgment free.
Don't look
zone.
at me like that.
Hey, it's okay, Kurt. Moving on.
Anyway, potentially, if you're not an idiot, it's a great
We didn't even know you had it.
setup.
Yeah, but they have the skull plate with the ball joints that you can tuck in the taxidermy form. Is what I was getting at.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, there's definitely something there for sure. Because then that was kind of the ultimate when Jason and I started this. Like, what if you had one shoulder mount at like the hunting camp, just had ball joints there, and you could be like, I wonder what he looked like. Park the antlers on the shoulder mount, and
It's a
That's
great
cool.
what
idea.
does that guy look like? Grab the match set, park him on the shoulder mount. So
They just,
that
you
was
just
the
think of
ultimate.
everything, don't you?
Again, Jason, he's a wizard behind it too.
There I was thinking I was smart.
You guys
guys
are
already
some
doing it.
wizards.
Yeah,
I wish I was intelligent, man. It'd be so fun.
Me too.
Life would be
guys
so
are.
easy. I'm not pretty or intelligent.
that's your opinion.
Are you hitting on me?
Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Okay.
Is it on here?
So rack cub obviously is fucking awesome, but you got like, let's talk half rack.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with rack cub, half rack.
So before half rack, we'll get there, Kurt.
Yeah, you just take me down the trail of you.
2017, 18 was business started Rack Hub. We officially, I think, started selling product in 19. 19 is when I made the leap, started Eads Design, shook hands with Jeff Weaver from Novix. Still work with Novix, love those guys.
We're familiar.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep, good group. Love them. Very fortunate to work with them. Keegan does as well. But then started Eads Design. Along that journey, met a couple other gentlemen, and we started Half Rack, Josh and Trevor. And that is just, it was something that between us three, we had the capabilities to start it, I guess, as far as like design, sourcing, and sales. And it grew and escalated. We were just we just teamed up with American Pride and Novix, and it's just all about the people, you know. So we were able to start that, and then Dwayne Jones has helped with shed season. and then working with a ton of other companies. But Half Rack specifically, it's just got the gear that you need, all the accessories you need. Whether you're a first-time hunter or you've been doing it for a few decades, we got the bow arms, the gear hooks, the gun slings. We just launched what we call the Meat Lug, which is sweet cooler. And then hunter hangers, you got those right there.
Hunter hangers are real nice.
Thank you.
By the
we'll
way,
get you
Very
some.
slick.
We'll get you some.
we had them in here and we had our bows hanging on them, but those literally came off this wall today to house our shoulder mounts. So we've been using.
See where your priorities are.
I got one right here, brother.
Oh, okay, you got one. I won't.
Look at that.
I won't bust you
Come
too
on.
hard then. I see it.
Come on,
It's-
that's in frame.
that's the Coyote Brown, and it blends in if
Yeah.
you want it to, or you.
We got
can
one right
stand
there
out.
on that bow.
Look at there.
We're using them, dude.
Yeah, I
I
can't
think
tell.
we
if
need
that-
some WCB.
Did I not just email you the mock-up?
yeah.
We're
Did-
doing it.
Did I email it to you?
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
We
leak.
put their logo on it.
That's a leak.
That's saucy.
That's the move. So there's going to be WCB hunter hangers available on workingclassbowhunter.com.
Yeah, we'll
Whoa.
talk timing, but it can be quick. We're gonna do black with green on the
I
front.
think we got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to start with that. But again, just products that you need as a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And we try and add a little innovation where it makes sense. Like even on our bow wings, we're pretty proud of. Keegan's got a ton of ideas, helped with Half Rack a ton. But the bow wing has the 1/4-20 bolt where the two arms pivot.
Yeah.
It just goes up through, and you
I
can
love
mount GoPros, Ozonics, Tacticams,
Dude, the best.
whatever,
Anything.
phones.
I
You
love
guys
those
just think of
things.
everything, don't you?
Not everything. We're still working on it.
I love them, dude. That's my favorite bow hanger or
I'll start thinking
whatever you
some
call
stuff.
it. Beer 'em. I love them, dude. I kept them in my pack all season. That was like my go-to hanger and set up. Because, dude, I don't trust. There's some cheap ones.
Oh, there are.
The ones that I'm gonna call them out, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
I've guys' bows are falling because that like I don't know. They're all like welded really, really shitty.
Oh, yeah.
Where the threads are to where it goes around, and I know that'll come loose. You know what I'm talking about.
I
Had
know what
that
you're talking
happen.
about.
And it just every time I'm like,
I'm the cheap
Okay.
ass. So I just weld them back together.
Well, you can weld though.
yeah,
Right. I was like, yeah.
you're gifted.
Yeah, you're gifted. You can
You
weld.
sit there like spinning on the tree and just keep spinning and
Comes
falls out.
apart. But think about it, man. Like how much money our bows really. That's our number one tool is your bow.
Yep.
And then we
And-
buy
yep.
cheap bow
And
hangers.
you're shooting I shot an Elite Era this year with a dialed on it, with all the shit, all the top of the line stuff because it's the tool. I don't know how much that bow's worth, like MSRP once you got it pimped out, $3,000,
Close.
3,500,
Yeah.
$4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a $5 bow
And here,
hanger.
buy a $5 bow hanger. Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like the shittiest thing you could like trust.
This will work.
Yeah, I trust it.
You just sit there puckered the whole hunt.
Yeah. Or you don't even think about it, and it's like I don't know. It's like
I mean, every time I put in it, when you go to hang your bow, you're like,
You like pull on a little.
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
okay, we're good.
So the point being is like, what are we doing?
What are we
What are
doing?
we doing? And they're the ones we sell are very affordable. But we even added, so it's kind of a T-shaped hook that can swing. But it's actually located towards the back of where the threads go in the tree, so you can stuff it in the bark.
See, that's what I do. I didn't know what that was for, but that's
to
what
help
I do.
it from spinning. So if you got a ton of weight on it, you're hanging a heavy gun on it or something.
Yeah.
It helps it from twisting if you didn't have the threads buried in the tree
Pull
or
up the
softer
website.
tree.
Let's check these
Yeah.
out.
I'll turn the TV on.
Take a
God
gander.
damn it! You guys are yelling at me.
Take a gander.
Hold on.
I just want to look at them.
Let me take a peek.
Yeah.
That thing asleep over there.
It's definitely sleeping. But we have a 10-inch version, which has been the popular one because everybody's going more minimalist.
Yep.
Especially saddle hunters too, because you don't want it sticking
Yeah,
out.
you don't even.
Right.
Yeah, saddle
Yeah.
hunting, you don't hardly need anything.
Well, honestly, people have been using those because they weigh nothing.
That's what I would use.
Doug, you felt it?
My mouse is dead. Fuck.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so I got something to admit with this. Again, not a smart man, doing the best I can. The thread protector, when it comes in, I'm like, I tossed him. I thought it was just to keep it from puncturing the bag.
Yeah.
And it's actually like,
In your backpack, you're like, ah.
yeah, hey, on that inside
No,
of the
it-
bar right there, there's a package of them.
It clips into the holes.
Yeah, so you'll see.
Shit.
Doug's confused.
Doug, I'll explain it, buddy.
Oh,
We don't
Kurt,
have it, so it's
Here, we got some
Right
here.
here.
don't get me wrong.
Thanks,
I did
Jordan.
the same thing, dude. I pulled that thing. I'm like, Yeah, fuck that thing. Just toss it across my garage, you know?
I didn't know until I saw him on display
Oh.
at ATA. I'm like, you gotta be
Yeah.
fucking shitting me.
What's really cool is we make these here. It's got a flag in it. Pete is our boy up in Wisconsin that molds these for us, and all his sons work with him. But anywho, make them here, 5 colors. We ship them with this thread protector. You can take that off. Sit watching.
Yep.
And then it'll go in these holes here.
Oh.
So if you got this, so the diameter fits through a trigger guard. So if you had a couple guns on there, you can divide the barrels so they're not going to hit each other. Or it can be a lock, like if you shove this through your bow riser, you park this in there, and then you can't remove it until you pull that out.
You park it.
Park it.
I like that.
See,
Park it in there.
I saw the ATM, like, I saw it on the, like, your display. I think I probably said something to you, and I'm like,
You did.
yeah, should have probably kept that to myself, huh?
Yeah, you were beating yourself up. And
I'm just an honest
for a
man.
minute.
This was a couple of years ago. How long has that been out?
Hand me one of them babies.
A year or two.
So
Pete would know.
I'm on the phone one morning with TJ on our daily call. About 8:23 is about the daily call.
Yeah, we got kids and work and stuff, so we moved it back.
So I'm pitching him this idea, and he's like, man, he goes, I think we're close, to something here. And I'm like, how can we incorporate Rack Hub? Where does this thing fall in line? No shit. He pulled TJ's the best note taker there is. Literally the best note taker there is. And he's like, Keegan, he goes, I think I drew something up like this. What you're thinking, I think I drew something. So to that day, it was like 3 years prior. That's where this concept sort of came out of TJ's notes. And it wasn't exactly like this, not even close. But the thought process was, how can we make this kind of unique but simple concept, whether it needs to be inside your house or on the tree?
Yeah, it's one of them things, again, like Rat Cub, you see it and you're like, damn, I could have thought of that.
Why did I think of that?
But we didn't think of it.
Right.
But it's attractive.
I use them
It
in my
is. It's
garage just to
badass.
hang in extension cords and random shit in my garage, It works awesome.
No, between Keegan, a couple of co-founders, Pete especially, the injection molder, we just put our heads together and designed it. The perception, and even like on Rack Hub, you think, man, this needs to be 3 inches, 4 inches long to hold that antler. I'm not good at math or engineering, but it's not true. It's just perception. So on these, a lot of the hooks they come up and hook, and they're 2-3 inches tall to hold something from falling in a hurricane or avalanche or earthquake. It doesn't need to be. This has just got a little lip on it. It's not going to come off. You got to still pick up a little bit and remove it. For hunting, it's awesome for bows and saddle hunting and stuff
yeah.
outdoors, but same indoors, and it's minimalist. So when you park your bow on it, it just looks like it's floating.
Yeah.
So the way I display it, Keegan, you might do this. You use 2 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we use 2 of them. Riser on.
So it doesn't swing.
It doesn't swing, so it's perfect.
Like that one swung out
that
on the
one.
butt.
But if you would shove it through the riser top and bottom, have 2 of them, that'd be perfectly straight.
It would be cool, yeah.
That was the conversation. I forgot.
Yeah.
Remember, because that was during COVID, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, dude, I need a bow in the background when I jump on these fucking Zoom calls.
Yeah.
Right? Like, these people need to know what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, no.
And I'm like, I need something to hang my bow because all these other guys got their bows.
And that's
in
when I
there.
pulled up the.
That's
yeah.
right. Yes.
See,
to hang
well-
a bow behind you on a fucking Zoom call.
That's something that looks good in your office.
Yeah.
see, we have the WCB edition elite. It's in that print behind you, but it's at my
Okay,
buddy's
yeah.
bow shop now. And when we get it back from, it's at Snortwee Scotty's. When we'll put that one on display, but we'll run 2 of these through the riser.
There's one in the
We'll have
bedroom
to get
still.
you.
Yeah, that's my dad's.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll have to get you.
I got like
logoed
20
up.
bows I
Yeah.
want.
Some black ones.
I'm looking forward to that. I think those will do well.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah,
like
sure.
on trade shows, man. We sell a lot of merchant shows.
We got the mock up for them.
They're great at shows, and Taylor working with Dialed, they were one of the first ones. We did a collab with Mountain Ops too, but Dialed ordered a bunch of them, and one day Taylor's like, "Hey, this is maybe a month or 2 after he got them." It's like, "Hey, been meaning to tell you for a while, but we ran out of those." It's like, "Why didn't you reorder?" He's like, "Well, we're a little busy."
Yeah. They're busy. Yeah.
So they just ordered hundreds more, but they've done well with them.
These
And-
will sell like high cakes at trade shows for sure.
I think so. Because people, once you handle it or see it, like you didn't even notice that. That's how you kind of prove your own point by giving me shit. And then
I would never do that.
it looks good, man.
Thanks. Yeah, and they hold 50 pounds each.
Really?
They-
Okay.
Failures, what was it, over 70, 80 pounds, and it'll sag a little bit. But like duck waders or something, you can use them, line them up, and hang backpacks on it.
Is this the number one half rack product?
Yeah, we sell them in 2-packs and 10-packs, and we've sold a lot of them.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Again, in the 5 colors, we got coyote brown. Help me out here, Keegan. Orange,
black,
green, OD green, and then we do a primer gray. We sampled white, but primer gray looks good with white and is a nice neutral. And that's Dialed has primer gray and black, I think, with the logo on it.
They are so sweet.
Cool.
Thanks.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. WCB ones, I'm hoping do well.
Yeah. We'll talk.
They'll at least look good in here. If nobody buys them.
We don't sell them. We just use them for all our personal shit.
Yeah.
Terrible investment.
Yeah.
We don't have to think that through.
You got
But-
a bunch of bows.
Killing it,
Bring 'em up on
man.
'em.
I love it. What else from half rack is like
got-
you're real excited about? Give me something
What
you're
else?
excited about.
I mean, the Meat Lug, the coolers. I mean, that's like the, it's running right there with the hunter hanger. You know, just a unique product that you can pack on a plane, right? You can go out west, kill the elk, pack it on a plane, and carry on, right? Small enough.
Yeah,
That's
we called it the Meat Lug to start because we saw a big need, especially for hunters. How do I get my meat back? And a lot of times you got to take big coolers, empty, filling up the bed of your truck, and it's maybe you come back unsuccessful or you are successful. Those things weigh 20 plus pounds before you even load them. So we want to design a cooler that can have a full quarter deer in it, like even a 200 some pound field dress buck, giant, big bodied 5-6 year old kind of deer, and have room for ice and fit it in the cab of your truck. And that was kind of our constraint. And we came up with 2 sizes to Keegan's point. We got one that we call the airline, so you can take it. It's carry-on friendly size-wise. And even the large one, we've had a couple customers say they know how to travel with it too. But the large one will fit, just for comparison, it holds 92 cans. 92 cans. It's fully like an
So you can
inch,
drink on a plane.
if that's what you're into. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone on the plane.
Nice.
Yeah.
share
And
it.
everyone else can have
You
a
share
beer.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sick.
And the
It's cool.
airline holds 55.
something like that. Yeah.
55, and the large one weighs less than 4 pounds before you load it. So,
Oh, really?
Like with my wife, she came with me here, but we carry one in our SUV all the time for like grocery shopping.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Throw milk and eggs and
Yeah.
ribs,
good idea.
meat, whatever in there.
Go to Aldi's.
Listen,
They don't give you bags,
You're gonna
Throw
be
'em all
hard
there.
pressed to get us
I got the
astray
Meat
from our
Lug.
grizzlies.
We understand. We're not, and that's why it's just different.
I know. I'm
It's
just
just
messing
different.
with it.
I have grizzlies and Arctics and all of those too. It's just another option.
Dude, I think the way you guys approach things is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking for like
So simplicity, but
simplicity, but ultra useful.
yes.
Give them the punchline, the half rack punchline.
What is it? You tell me. Oh, fine gear, fond memories. That's what it's about. We're all about going out there and making memories, and we'll give you the gear to do that. I mean, that's what it's all about, really.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, hunting can be
I
a
love
it.
selfish sport, but man, it's much more fun when you can. Even if you hunt by yourself, you're still like, I gotta call somebody or I gotta show somebody. It's all about making the memories. So
For sure.
we got gear to do that.
I love it.
Fine gear,
Fine
I-
fine gear.
Well, dude, I'm
fond
telling
memories.
you, like, I'm looking forward to like getting all the rack up
Premium
setups
gear.
with the whole thing in here because
Got the best.
that's conversation stuff. Because we talk here. Everybody sees us talking here. Probably spend more time at our bar,
Yep.
getting drunk and watching hunting and talking about shoulder mounts we have in there. You know what I mean? And
That's what it's all about.
That's the second half of it for us.
That's never changed. The storytelling. That's
Yeah.
the one thing that stayed consistent.
That's why we have so much fun podcasting because it's just
That's why we started this podcast, pretty much.
yeah, that's what we're doing. Talking shit and having fun.
Yeah.
We're having fun, dude.
Have fun.
That's what it's all about.
It would be interesting to see how many folks put sheds on a rack hub rather than a deer that they actually killed, right?
Yeah.
Just to see what that balance is.
I would think
I'm the shed guy, right? I'm playing them. Every shed on one.
I would think way more sheds than
you know what?
killed
God damn.
bucks, right?
You'd be surprised at
Yeah.
the reviews and stuff we get on like this cutoff, mounting the memory. It's different for everyone, but again, just a tool for
True.
you. We're
Yeah.
not saying it's the best or anything like that. I mean, we overbuild it for its purpose, but more than one way
Yeah.
to skin the cat.
If I kill a deer, most times I'm getting it shoulder mounted, but we're fortunate enough to have like this space
Yeah.
with taller ceilings and like a kick ass taxidermist where it's like,
Yeah.
This place is built for shoulder mounts for now, but then eventually we're going to be like, oh, what do we do with all these things? But yeah, but for sheds, they're all just in a pile.
And you, Kurt, you might be one too that, because there's a lot of customers like that. They'll maybe a deadhead, like the skull's just beat to heck. You found a deadhead shed hunting, cut them off, throw them on.
I did find a deadhead this year.
So that might be a solution for you for that, but you're shoulder mounting it when
done.
you shoot. Done.
Remember that buck I found?
easy.
I got a salvage tag for it. Actually got to really it was a positive. Unfortunate that I found the deer dead because I'm like, oh, could have killed this deer. I kind of knew about him, but I got to really know the DNR officer in the area when I called to get a salvage tag, and turns out he listens to us. He's an awesome guy, and so that was like a positive, like. Because everyone's scared of the DNR officer, it's like they're going to unnecessarily and that's not how they are. They're just cool guys.
There's a normal dudes, yeah.
Most times. So it was cool to kind of like make that connection, but get to the point the deer just was nasty. And I'm like, it's been sitting outside with the salvage tag on it. I'm like, I don't want to boil this thing or even, it just was too far gone. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. He's a cool deer, so.
So you can take measurements too. Like if you want to check his width real quick.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
want to display him appropriately. We got a lot of feedback early on. Like,
Yeah.
I could never do that because it's not natural. Well, you can measure it out and then display it exactly the way that he was before you cut him off.
Oh, yeah. that's a good
I'm gonna have to
idea.
get a single one because I found this giant antler, I don't know, a while back, but deer I didn't have history with, but I got it engraved for our wedding. It says our last name and then our date on there. We've never had a good way to display it at the house. We always like, oh, put it here, we'll put it here. And we moved it 800 times, but
Yeah.
that's going to be brilliant.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
a
can
really
still
good
grab
idea.
it off the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's,
Yep.
I mean,
It's a good idea.
it's the easiest gift you can give.
Yeah.
right, to the hunter,
I
It
got,
is
I
too.
got another idea for the big one,
I
too.
need to get that
Uh-oh.
over
Because
to
we have a couple
Brandon to run
trademark.
an ad on that one. Yeah,
What's that?
Brandon's our behind the scenes. He's a wizard behind the scenes, so we'll get that over to him.
We got a couple of shin bones coming that'd be displayed on that perfectly. Giraffe shin bones that I
Dude.
got coming back.
We've had people display horns on them too, but they gotta like
Fill the bottom of them or something.
fill it
Yeah,
with.
right.
I
A
think
lot of
they
people don't know
turned-
horns are hollow.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So they turned, I think, chunks of wood or something, and then put the insert in the wood, and then
Put like a plug in the bottom of it, pretty much.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, you could even just do like
That'd be cool.
a clay
Yeah.
base and let it harden.
But I could see
Push it in,
the
yeah.
giraffe shin bones sitting there, two of them together,
Yeah.
and you could pop them off and look at them and everything.
Vertical.
Yeah, just straight up and down.
Two big ass
Hey.
shin bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. When I was envisioning, you could get like an RH1, put it sideways, and have it in the middle, and you could have like a carving on the shin bone, like
Oh, yeah.
like an art display, and then
I forget his name. But
Looks so
there's,
funny.
There's some dude that carves into antlers that's bought our RH1s
Carved?
often carved.
he did
Is that-
these.
Maybe did
Alan
those.
from Carved, the dude.
It might be him. I don't.
I bet you it
So
is. Let me see
and
if
he's
I-
done moose antlers too, like smaller moose antlers. I might have seen one out there. You guys might have one, but he'll park them on the RH1. So
Yeah.
it's like paddle sideways. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
And we've had some people do antlers laying like that.
Here, I'll pull his Instagram up. The dude's incredibly
Dude,
talented.
he's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of them, but yeah, forgive me, I don't know.
He sent me
Sure.
a sneak peek, but I can't show you guys. I can show you guys. Will see it at one of the shows.
He's going to carve one of the shin bones for the giraffe for us.
Yeah,
What are you carving in it?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
He
he posted it, so you guys can see it. He's got this set. He's doing this set of another set of shit hanging and looking like the one set it. I don't know, maybe it's him or it's a different guy, but
There's a couple guys out there
our
doing it
buddy
now.
Dana Pace does a really good job.
That was the moose pal, the eagle one out there.
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, that was Dana,
Yeah.
our buddy. He just lives right down the road. He does awesome work also.
So yeah, art displays.
Super
Yeah.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think covered rack hub code WCB.
Yep.
Help us help you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
That makes
Get
perfect.
him off
Boom.
the floor.
How the hell do you
Off
get
floor.
into doing packaging?
Let's do it, Keegan. Dive deep.
Is that bottle got more in it?
Drink it, dude.
Yeah.
Tell
How
us
did
your
I get into
secrets.
packaging?
You like packing stuff?
It's a great, yeah. So graduated college in 17,
He's young. He's real young.
kind of. still in almost 30.
20s. How old are you now?
Not in 20s.
Same. Eric?
I'm the oldest one out of these three.
Yeah.
Kurt?
Jordan's young.
How old do you think I am? How old do I look? I probably look old as shit. All this beer.
Trade shows wearing you down.
33.
Road dogs.
Long years.
Road dog.
So, had the pleasure of knowing who my boss is currently, a family friend of mine, and was bouncing ideas off of him while I was still in college. And he said, "Well, why don't you come work for me?" And I said, "Well, shit, Tony, I don't even know what you do."
I have no idea what you do, but all right.
He said, "Well, meet me at the bar and we'll talk about it."
Oh, sick.
So we met at the bar, and I walked out and I said, "Yeah, I'll work for you." So here we are, present day. I'm in a automotive med device heavy area. So we package a lot of automotive type parts, med device type parts, and reached out to TJ. Didn't know TJ. Slid in the DMs.
True story.
Dang. And you opened it?
Slid.
Yeah. Dude, when you're an entrepreneur starting out, you answer everything.
100%. That's what I hate about these spam calls, because I'm like,
know.
oh, someone might need a weld job done. And it's like,
Yep.
damn it.
You never know.
You never know.
So that was probably, I mean, we talk about it a lot. 20.
I think that was 2020 when you hit
2020.
me up in Rack Hub. Yep.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily remember the time of year. But anyways, sort of followed TJ around at that point in time, right? TJ had plugged me into different spots, introduced me to, this was, before Dialed, right?
Yeah.
Met those guys and sort of kicked everything off and attended my first ATA. So this was the fourth ATA I've been to. So anyways, so going to ATAs, right? Or, just these types of situations has allowed me to meet, as many people as possible.
Sure.
So the Big Dines of the world, the Dials of the world. I met Novix at ATA.
Ferguson too at ATA. No,
Met Ferg at ATA. So it's really, that's helped me, but really it's TJ that's allowed me to, he goes and works with Novix and says, well, I got a packaging guy too. Right, here he is. So
There he is.
it's I just follow TJ around is what I like to say.
I like it.
He's my plug. He's my plug.
Yeah.
Plug.
So then
Industry plug.
yeah.
Gotta have that.
You again, back to what I said earlier. Surround yourself with good people. Keegan's good people, and he follows through. So it's easy to give somebody a plug when you know that they're gonna.
They're
do their
good
best.
and reliable.
And reliable. So not that you worry about your own reputation to some point, whatever, it doesn't matter, especially when you get older, but Keegan's going to take care of you. And if not, he's going to be transparent about, like, no, you need to work with them. Like, you don't do everything Rack Hub currently. I work with another guy, but you do a lot of it.
Yep.
And you do 14, somewhere in the teens for other brands in our industry. He's just passionate about hunting like all of us. So he just wanted, let's
Rather
do
work
it.
in that space, yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah, and that's exactly right. Like, as I tell people, and hopefully none of these folks are listening, but
No one's listening to this show, dude.
in the automotive industry, you just get your nuts kicked in, right? Like, it's such a cutthroat industry, and I still obviously play in that arena. Right?
Yeah. I
That's
work
where
in that industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to just get into something more fun.
Yeah. Something you
and-
enjoy.
Yeah, and it's worked out really well, to be honest. Not necessarily, more for the just being around people that have the same passion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's fun.
Just easier.
yeah.
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 It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're part of the problem for me because I don't ever throw boxes away.
Oh yeah.
And
You are a hoarder of boxes.
this is empty.
Love
It's a
it.
beautiful package.
Yeah.
It is a
That
great-
was
it is a
we
great
spent a
package.
lot of time on that.
The box
Just
skirt.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it looks pretty good. But that's the perfect example. Like,
Yeah.
why do I still have this?
It's again we spent a lot of time on it.
I like boxes.
You have two of them. Are those Rev 1 dials out there for WCB dials?
Yeah, these weren't this is not. It changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. the first trial runs.
You
But
guys
again, when
crushed it on those.
Yeah, that was a home run.
Yeah.
And I literally called TK, and I'm like, dude, that out of like the small batch drops, like this is my favorite.
Yeah.
Really, see, when we did it, one, I was stoked that Dialed even wanted to do it. You know, like
right.
we
Yeah.
you know, for us, it's like
To give us that opportunity is
dude,
amazing.
we're fucking dumb. Like, I can't believe that anybody wants to do anything with us. You know, sorry, I got you to laugh, so that was worth it. But
You say that right when he takes a big old gulp of Busch Light.
so, you know, we like the look of this. We want to look a little different, and the final design is, I think, is sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one's gonna buy them, and I just had that anxiety, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna look even more dumb.
Yeah, we just screwed him over.
Yeah, we're just doubling down to like prove exactly how dumb we are. So I'm like, no one's gonna buy these. You know, like all this effort we've done, like we really do believe in Dialed. We believe in Scott and everybody over there, and like have worked with Scott for a long time. It's like we run Dialed. We're so proud of those guys and like a short amount of time what they've done, and what a cool idea. And in general, just the small batch stuff in general. And then I asked Scott, I'm like, do they do? And you know how Scott is. I'm like, hey, how do those do? I think they did pretty good.
That's Scott for
Scott,
sure.
yeah.
And I'm like, are you guys happy with it? Oh no, yeah, I think they've sold more than any other small batch one that we've done. And I'm like, well, why'd you start with pretty good then, you fucking asshole? Like, why didn't you say, dude, it went really great.
They're
Really
killing
great.
it.
Yeah,
you guys
the
are doing
best.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's like,
No, they did
Not
all right.
Scott.
That's
no,
Scott.
hell no.
yeah, he goes, actually, you know, he's like looking on the phone. He's like, I think you guys doubled our last record. So yeah, pretty good. I'm like,
can't make him
oh,
proud.
all right.
That's Scott.
That's Scott.
Love you, Scott. Thanks, Scott.
Pretty good.
So I'm like, okay, well, that makes me feel good. But like, I went from not feeling good. It's kind of like the backhanded compliment on the studio again. You know,
Yep,
it's like,
yep.
I don't know if to be like
just
upset or
Scott.
happy.
Yeah,
It's
just Scott.
just Scott.
And you can't not like him.
I love the dude,
I
man.
know.
I love him.
I love when he gets on a podcast because that's the realest of the real right there. I think. I mean, he kind of lets his hair down.
I think so.
Literally,
That dude's a
And
legend.
He's a
He
legend.
is a legend.
Dude's a legend.
he's just he's black and white, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you're gonna get what you get.
Yep.
That's so easy to respect.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, some people, it might hurt some people's feelings because I think people want to be bullshitted. Some people do. They want to just like be fluffed. So it's nice that he wasn't like, yeah, you guys are killing it, and he has like no idea. You know what I mean? Or just is like says it to get me off the phone.
We sold 2.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Great.
When in reality, he like way downplayed it for what it was. So I'm like, all right,
All right, sick.
love you, dude.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
No, he is a man. But like Dialed, their merch is
Dude,
so sick.
Home run.
Dude, Jordan behind the scenes.
It's
dude's
the
a
best.
Beast.
It's
Beast.
the best. I got Dialed
know.
shirt on right now, but
Yeah.
the Raven.
Oh,
We need a new merch guy.
Dude.
Oh my
He sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God, we just suck at everything.
we're dumb,
Yeah, that's true.
but we're having fun.
We're somehow making it.
That's
Dumb
fun.
and fun, baby. The best type. That's like Doug likes his women dumb and fun.
I do.
100%.
Just I do.
What about you, Jordan?
Apologize to my girlfriend now.
Dumb and fun.
I like. I can't say that.
Okay.
It's,
All
I did it. You
I
gotta do it
respect
now.
that.
No, I learned from you.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
Young boy.
Learn from the best.
You guys are training him well.
You get a woman
respect
too
that.
smart.
He's a smart young man.
When you're smart. That's the thing. I can tell your lady's smart, and she can hear me.
Oh,
So
I married up for sure.
yes,
For sure.
you always have to. But
She probably designed everything, didn't she?
behind what's you're saying?
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it on record.
You're saying
No, I'm not doing it.
He just turned him off. You're good.
Yeah.
yeah, you're muted.
No. Let's continue the podcast.
Here, I'll hit the record button. There, hit it. Hit it.
Behind every huntress, I won't put you out like that.
No.
We'll say it afterwards.
She's a killer too.
That's scary. Well, hey, you're saving money double.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is nice. You gonna get your girl into hunting, or she not showing any interest?
I don't think she has any interest, but
Take her out. Take her to the woods.
no, I don't want her to because I want to go do that.
Take it back.
It's my time.
Yeah,
I,
it's
I thought the same, but
it's
I love the
It's fun.
transparency.
it's fun.
I try to do that. My old lady, she went from she shot. That's her bow. She used to shoot a lot, and I took her hunting. She could have shot a doe, and then she's like, "I'm like, did you let it walk by?" And she was like, "No, I didn't want to shoot it. I think I'd just rather shoot bows, like archery." I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Respect
Yeah,
that.
respect that.
Yeah, then we had kids, and then she hasn't touched that thing for
Oh,
4
man.
years.
Yeah, it changes things.
Yeah. But it's fun, man. We're having fun.
Having fun.
What have we missed? What do the people need to know about you guys?
Man, we
have fun.
We have fun. We work with a lot of good people, a lot of good companies. We've mentioned, let's see, Dialed, those boys, Jordan, Taylor, Scott, working on a lot of new things there. Ferg, Nick, Weston, Trophy Line, working on a bunch there. Novik's boys, Mark, Trevor, and the whole gang there. Shed season, that's what we missed.
Yes, yes.
So,
Give me the rundown.
Rack Hub, 17, 18 start. I own a decent amount of domains, not as much as a few of my friends that are e-com gurus, but I bought shedseason.com. I couldn't believe it was available. Like probably 4 years ago now. Just
searching random ones.
Searching, grabbed it because it had a thought on it, like that shed season's growing. Obviously, it ties into our business, so snagged that and had no time to do anything with it. And one of my good buddies, Dwayne Jones, he now works. He's lead sales for American Pride Outdoors for Half Rack and Novix, but he worked for a corporation and he was out east for I think 3 years. He's only a year or two or so older than me. So I knew him before he moved out east for those 3 years. He came back probably 2 years ago. Probably punched me because he's tough and strong.
Great mustache.
Great mustache, like right up there with yours, Doug.
Same class.
He's not here, so don't beat him up too much.
I'm not going to beat him up too much. I just don't think it's in the same class.
Okay, that's
Like,
fair.
as in his is better than yours and you're a lower class? Or?
No.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
You sound confident. In it.
He's like 160.
Wait, listen, are you...
So it's still like, I mean, it's a great mustache.
Right.
Great
So what
class.
are you?
I'm Boone and Crockett.
Well, 170, so that's like this much bigger.
10 inches is a lot.
2 inches is a lot.
But she
2 inches. In mustache
You're not
terms,
wrong.
2 inches is a lot.
2 inches? You're not. Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Great guy,
A
though.
little bit of shade
Boone.
on Mr. Jones there.
One's Boone.
No, he's great.
Yeah. Sure.
I feel a little uncomfortable. I feel it's like,
Anyway.
why are you
Just
so
saying.
mad at his mustache?
Because you said it was comparable to mine. It's not.
not better.
We know how to get him fired up now. I got it.
It's not better.
Not better,
Oh,
guys.
just tell him you're going to shave it off when he's sleeping. Gets all sorts of pissed off.
Just get a little stripe.
It's tough when that's you. He didn't even fucking
How fired
smile.
up he's getting.
The fuck?
I didn't think I could get him fired up.
I'm
He's
not.
awake. Okay.
He's a good guy.
So Dwayne Jones moves back, we'll call it 2 years ago, and not a part of the industry, but loves it. Like loves it to the core, like all of us. And we went out to lunch, and he's like, "Dude, if there's any opportunity, let's do something." So thought on it, prayed on it. Came back a week later. Dwayne, I got an idea. I sat down with him at lunch. I was like, "We got this shed season thing. Don't really have time for it. What do you think?" He's like, "I'm in. Let's do it." So when that spring rolled around, we got a couple partners that season, and it's just really it's a community thing. It doesn't matter what bow you shoot, gun you shoot, camo you wear, coolers you have, beer you drink. None of that matters. It's shed season. So you can grab your wife, girlfriend, buddies, kids,
Your side
go to
chick.
the woods. Yep, whatever.
Don't look at me. You're gonna be in trouble.
I love the knee pat.
You guys get me in trouble.
The bow shop girl, Jordan.
What?
Anybody you want to grab to go with you.
Anyone?
Yeah, anyone.
Anyone can go shed hunting.
There you go.
Anyone
Sorry,
can
this
go.
is what we do.
Hey, I love it. Anyone can go. So just get outdoors, go look for antlers. If you don't find them, it's great. It doesn't matter. You made some memories regardless. So I love to do it with my kids. We're in Indiana. It's a little tougher to find them, but we find some sometimes. But anyway, he's all in. Let's do it. So he just grabbed we had the domain. So we fired up shedseason.com. Brandon behind the scenes helped us do that. Dwayne was running social, and it just accidentally kind of grew into it's funny because we've got Half Rack, Rack Hub, a bunch of other brands that we manage social media with. Dude, shed season, we get hit with DMs constantly because people just want to be a part of it. It doesn't it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I found this shed, I got to tag shed season, which is we love it.
That's cool.
Everyone tag us, we'll reshare it. We love
Yeah.
it. So it kind of accidentally grew. We've got a lot of partners. It's Q1 when Q1 meaning January to April of the year. Generally dead for the outdoor brands. You kind of lead up to turkey season.
Yeah.
But until you get there, it's pretty dead.
Yeah, it's
so
the lull.
we use it to help partners. We're doing it anyway. Help partners bring awareness to maybe they got a new product they're launching. Maybe they just want to help give away some products.
Freedom Inc.
But we're running ads. We're sponsoring it anyway. So we get partners involved. We call them Booner partners. We're tying the knot on a bunch of those. Like Doug Stash, Booner partners. Doug would be just under that. But anyway, we help them.
Jesus.
We help them bring awareness to their brands, their products. We got backlinks to their website, so you can go to shedseason.com. You can shop their website, get a discount code if they offer it, or not. You can just go grab some swag or something, but just be a part of the community. So
Love it.
he helped do that. He's a beast at what he does. He's a boss salesman. He got hooked up with Novik's Half Rack, and he's blown the doors off with anybody he meets. So he still runs Shed Season. We got another kid, Sebastian. He's helped us a ton on the back end, and yeah, it's all about the people, man.
Killing
awesome.
it. Killing it.
Yeah.
You got a good just operation going all around.
Yeah.
The ball is just rolling. It's cool to
rolling.
see, dude. I feel like I've known you for a long time. It really has not. We've been rolled in the same circles.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
we kind of talked. We might have talked about that on the last Novik's episode. You know, and then you guys got whatever you got going on. And that's kind of cute to see.
Yeah. Feeling cute.
Real cute.
We're having fun.
Oh yeah.
We're just having fun, aren't we? No, man, it's cool. It's cool to see your passion, your hard work, like roll into something. So it's like one of those things, like getting sappy. Good people find each other, especially in
it
this
is.
small industry.
100%.
Such a
It is.
small industry, and yeah, dude, I just feel I'm thankful that our crew that says fuck and all sorts of stuff that probably isn't like appropriate still kind of gets.
In the
A good
industry.
rep.
Yeah, we've carved out our own little our space in here, you know.
Yeah.
But we can be known as the rowdy dudes. That's
Someone's
fun.
got to do it.
I think I told you, Kurt, maybe at ATA when we were kind of discussing this, that you're just you.
Yeah, yeah.
Just you. And that's what people appreciate. So not trying to be anyone else. That's why
No,
that's
I
why
appreciate
we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, thank you for that. Because I feel like what's cool about our crew and you guys too is like everybody's their own person, but you're like appreciating each other as their own people. Even though we're kind of like, Doug's gayer than hell, that's fine. I say the F word a lot, and I look like I have a felony or 3. And then,
That's why you're a bow hunter, right?
yeah, it's like,
Can't own a gun.
yeah. We feel bad for Jordan 'cause he didn't have any friends, so we hired him as our intern.
Yeah. He's doing good.
yeah.
Eric, I don't really know. You're just kind of like,
I'm just here.
We just don't know.
Eric has no brain cells from welding. He just inhales fumes.
Too many fumes.
And it just works.
Just works.
Somehow
Just
it
makes
works.
sense. Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys got that same thing going on, but it's not my place to kind of call out who's the gay one
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the dumb one or
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
No, we
that's
don't-
for you
we
guys
don't-
to.
You know you're supposed to say it.
Let's let the people wonder a little bit.
Yeah, that's a mystery.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. The bionic arm is,
I've been trying to hide it.
yeah. What happened, dude? Tell the people.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you don't got to get like, wait.
I'll blame it on TJ.
Wait, no, you don't got to get into full detail.
We'll start with
What happened to your arm? We'll just talk
yeah.
physically what happened.
I was unathletic.
Okay. Okay.
So
You brought that up.
as you guys know, yeah. Mark, plug your ears.
You don't got to like out. You don't got to be
No, it's all
specific.
good. It's all good. All right. He knows. He knows. So I had the opportunity to be the first one to play with the hybrid stands. And so I'm standing in the front yard of my house one day and on the phone with TJ. Take a step off of the hybrid stand and I want to like retighten it to the tree. I just didn't like how it was seated or whatever. And so I step off, walk around, go to grab the Versus strap and essentially just trip over myself. Literally. Unathletic as hell. Like the fucking
Don't
most,
say
the
unathletic.
fucking most unathletic thing I've ever done in my life.
Just say clumsy.
Clumsy.
You had a clumsy moment.
So I go to stick my arm out to catch myself on the tree and snap goes my bicep.
Oh,
rolled up.
Rolled it right up.
He goes, TJ, I
Like
gotta
a
go.
spring.
I was on the phone with him, like, because we were talking through, because he helps on R&D all the time. And
Like a fruit
disclaimer,
roll-up.
it was not the product.
Yeah, it
So-
wasn't the product.
you tripped.
Sorry, he tripped
Fucking
on the
athletic.
ground.
Yeah.
But no, he helps a ton with R&D and testing, whatever. Grabs product for us. So we're on the phone. He goes, TJ, I gotta go. And that was that.
As I'm fucked, and then I threw up, right? Because I like instantly knew. I played small college football, and I actually have never really hurt myself. I shattered my hand. That's about it. But I instantly knew. I'm like, fuck, right? Like before ATA, like what the fuck? So then I had my AirPods in, so I just instantly called my wife, and I'm like, motherfuck. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I fucking tore my bicep. I know it. You know?
Oh no.
Yeah. So then I threw up and then went upstairs and sat there for 5 minutes, and then the pain went away, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm good. You
Like,
know?
could you like move your arm and everything?
Yeah, it's fine, right? It was fully torn, right? So the bicep went from here to here. No nerve endings. They were all shot at that point. You know.
Oh my. No.
So,
I don't
you
like
saw
this.
pictures, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I don't
Yeah,
like
we've seen
this.
pictures.
Well, you didn't
yeah.
want to.
I
but
didn't
you
wanna-
did.
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah.
them.
So I got dialed in, and
Nice.
where's
it
that
is.
sound? Yeah.
Dialed in.
Sponsored by Dial.
This bicep is sponsored by Bowhunter.
You're welcome, Scott.
Yeah. So, anyways, had surgery right before ATA, and was in this massive cast, and I called the PA and I said, "Hey, man, this ain't gonna work. Like, I'm not going to the show for 6 days with this cast that's from my knuckles to my shoulder, right? It ain't gonna work." So he threw me in this bionic arm, and here we are, present day, for 2 more months.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
2 months.
You poor bastard.
yeah. No, thank you.
Thank you.
It sucks.
It sucks.
It does.
Oh, I bet it looks. I mean,
The pictures looked fucking painful, man.
that doesn't look that bad. It's just bionic looking. So you got every douchebag like me who's like, "Oh, the bionic man, what are you jerking
Yeah.
off with that?" You know, like,
Yeah, hit the table
I
hard.
definitely said that right away.
Yeah.
Too.
yeah, everyone did. We're all like, "Oh yeah," we all made the same
Yeah.
joke one after another. Like, yeah, you guys do.
Yeah,
suck.
but you're right hand dominant, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude, you know how hard it is to wipe your ass with the opposite hand?
I don't.
I broke my collarbone on my right. It's so hard to wipe your ass
Oh,
with
dude.
the other
I
hand.
broke my
You
right
try it
hand.
sometime. It's
I
impossible.
don't know if I want to try.
Don't do it.
it's called a stranger.
Don't do it.
It's
You're the
terrible.
idea, man. Figure it out.
Tell some new product coming out.
Yeah, it's called a butt sprayer.
Yeah.
It's called a
I was getting ready to
bidet.
say.
Yeah.
A bidet.
Bidet.
A bidet.
We got one in the studio.
You got to
I'll-
tell him that story real quick. Just because it's ATA.
Yeah, so we're
Is that a bidet?
we were sauced up,
Yes.
and night one of ATA.
We're
Night
familiar.
One, it was a fucking long day of driving around and just this, that, and the other. And the other 2 gentlemen, Dwayne Jones, Indiana Jones, was with us, and he had his buddy, another gentleman. And long story short, this hotel that they got maybe wasn't the best, and Indiana Jones's original or last job, he had the opportunity to stay in a lot of Marriotts for a long time. So he's high class at Marriott, right? So he walks over the
Respected.
walks over to the Marriott and penthouse later.
Legit penthouse.
Really?
They hooked him up.
Yeah. So anyways, so on the way down for 6 hours, we talked about a bidet as Ryan, Dwayne's buddy, has a bidet. And so we,
Real quick, you guys familiar with a bidet?
Yeah, we have one here.
yeah, there's one back there.
Just it's a cheap one.
All right.
You turn the knob.
Yeah.
straight
Still
to the
works.
right.
Sorry, I just want to make sure.
So
Yeah.
Ryan's like, fuck, man, we're not gonna have a bidet. Like, that's all I've got one in my office. You know, got him at home, right? Like, we're gonna have a bidet for 5 days. This is fucking terrible.
You have
Yeah.
to wipe my ass.
Sticky butt. Yeah, like a peasant.
Literally. so the penthouse thing comes up, and first place he fucking goes is the bathroom.
To check.
There was
have
a
it?
bidet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So his night was fucking made. I mean, just made.
Well, then he was telling all the stories and quite the salesman.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you had one on Amazon or Costco.
Costco.
But you bought one?
That night.
Costco.
You want to hear my biggest
night.
sell? I got this off Rogan because Rogan was talking about it. And then I realized once COVID hit, everyone was freaking out about toilet paper. Dude, you just spray your butt for a little bit and one little piece, pat to dry, good to go.
Yeah.
Rock on, brother. And I was listening to Rogan. He was talking to somebody about a bidet, and they're like, okay. They're like, everyone's always like, that's gay. I'm like, I got the cleanest butt in Mercer County, Illinois right now. I'll put money on it. and Rogan made a good point. He's like, okay, if someone took shit and rubbed it in your hair right now, would you just wipe it out with dry toilet paper and go about your day? No, you'd wash your hair with water.
That's a great point.
What's the
great
difference?
analogy.
Great point.
If you could help it, I know it's on your butt, but if you could help it, wouldn't you rather like quickly wash your butt and then be on the move
and then dry it.
rather than like we all know what I'm saying? You're at work, you're
100%.
sweating.
Oh, yeah.
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, Doug, you're a fan of.
The bidet.
You're also a fan of. You know what I'm gonna say?
No.
I'm not gonna out you here, but I know you're a fan of.
Coin flips.
All the kids are doing the eating of the.
Stop it.
See, I could have just went hard, but I didn't. On you.
Yeah.
Flavor saver.
Yeah, Doug's a fan of the bidet, right? You got one at your house?
I don't. I just use the one here. I'm good.
You hold it till you get here.
Yep.
Every week. He holds it for a whole week and then unloads here.
I splooge.
No, don't say that.
Oh, sorry.
You say splooge? I don't know what
Verb he used. Never heard it.
It
drooling
works.
over here.
It works if you think about it.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, I don't know if it does.
What? I got a question.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, ask us anything. We're here for you.
Sometimes Eric misses the show, right? Doesn't that happen?
Yep.
Every now and again.
Okay.
Not too often.
Doug, you ever miss the show?
I've missed a couple.
Okay.
Wait, trade shows?
No, the show.
I missed a couple.
Okay. I have a thought. It's really from TJ, but it's for the studio.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
can you say it now or you got to say that?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
that's-
it's
Yeah.
pitch
close.
it.
So
Pitch it.
from like life size cardboard figurines of people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, good old cutout.
Like we could print one of those, right? Like
Oh,
that's what we do.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need, so when Doug's not here, we'll fucking put the cardboard Doug.
Doug, what do you think? And then you.
I don't know if I
Speak
like
for
that.
it.
Yeah, I don't know if
Speak
I
for
don't know
him.
if I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Them speaking
Or-
for me.
We
or-
got a bust of Doug.
Or if Doug's not at a trade show, right? Well, here's Doug's fucking
There's
figurine.
Doug.
Go
Take a
talk to
picture
Doug.
of Doug.
We just put an iPad screen in his face and then call him. Be like, hey, look, Doug's here.
Oh,
Hey, thanks for coming.
That was it was
Buy a
TJ's
shirt.
thought.
I love that.
Yeah, we can make that
Keegan,
happen.
Keegan will hook you up.
You guys
make
do
that
that for us?
We can make that happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have life-size cutouts of ourselves.
Yeah.
We just need good.
you?
Yeah. good
Love the
pictures
idea.
and-
I don't know if I love the idea of them speaking for me though.
That was impromptu. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just
It's
cut
fine.
that out.
You can trust
Cut
us.
that out.
I don't know if I can.
Doug, on Doug's behalf, Doug said we could legally.
Look, he signed this piece of paper.
Yeah, he signed it earlier.
So, yeah, that's a great idea. I love it.
Okay.
We need that.
Let's do that.
We
Yeah.
got a Michael Waddell cutout.
You do?
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Remember the old like we'll hunt for food?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got it in the bedroom. It's right behind the door, so when someone goes in there and shuts the door, Waddell's like jumping out.
We used to
of
have it out here in the right next to the bar, and people would walk in here and it'd scare the fuck out of them because they would think this guy was.
I was
standing
sitting in here one time, and my buddy Tyler walked to the front door. He goes, "What's up, dude?" And he just like came in, and he looked up. He's like, "Oh shit!" He goes, "I thought it was somebody like going into the bathroom, you know."
We had a guy walk in. He's like, "Hey, how's it going? How's it going?" They actually waved at him like they thought it was a person was standing back there.
Well, from a distance in your peripheral, it's just
It's just another guy standing there.
Yeah, I had to put it behind the door because I'd be here by myself, and it just even though you know it's there, it's still like shit.
Still get you.
It does.
It's a great idea, guys. I love it. You guys are the
do it.
idea people.
Yep.
Where the hell can people find you guys?
So Rack Hub, shed season. We just got social for Eads Design, and we're barely on there. But that's product design. That's my full time. But that's Novix, Trophy Line, Dialed.
Yep.
A bunch of other brands. But Keegan, your
My cell phone.
cell phone,
Yeah.
The people.
cell number. You gonna give your cell
Ooh,
number?
might not.
No,
take
don't
it.
do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
You
do
got
that.
social. You can.
Oh, yeah. It's real. I use the hell out of it.
Are you gonna
Plug
share
it.
it? You gonna share it?
I don't even know what it is. Keegan and Bruner or something like that.
Keegan.
But what if somebody's listening? Like, I need
Need
packaging for my
packaging.
company.
How do they get a hold of you?
Call WCB and talk to Kurt, Doug, or Eric.
Okay.
They'll get you
All
on.
right.
All right. Here's my cell phone number: 309. Fuck.
It's Keegan. I don't have my phone.
It is. It's Keegan and Bruner. But
You got an email? We'll put it in the link in the episode description for you. Okay.
We're
trying to help us help you.
There
Help
you
us
go.
We'll
help you,
drop an
Keegan.
email.
Man,
Okay. We'll email it.
package some stuff.
Need to
Yeah,
hook you up
if
with
anything needs packaged, you let me know.
Okay.
Not anything. I mean,
Doug got
Most
weird.
things.
Not anything.
Most things.
yeah.
Doug's like anything. Code
Gonna send
WCB at Rack Hub.
anonymous
Thanks
email.
you for doing that for our listeners.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I love them. Thank you for the help and putting onto the display. Oh, we didn't do one live on air, but they'll get the gist. They'll see the video.
Well, we got the video too, and
Yeah.
we got YouTube videos.
We got
and
Yeah.
we got it.
Check
Doug's
them out,
got it.
people. They're amazing.
Doug, Eric,
No, thanks for coming. Thanks,
Thanks
for
for
being on the
coming.
draft.
Yeah.
Oh, honored.
Thank you.
Seriously.
thank
Lot
you
of
guys.
fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys will come back.
Sure. If you
Hopefully.
invite us,
We'll be
we'll
back.
be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're coming back.
We'll bring Dwayne so we can, stash the
Have a
stash.
mustache off.
They'll
Oh,
get all
yeah. Mustache
entwined
off.
and infused.
Oh man.
It wouldn't be okay.
They can
You know what to do. Go shoot your bow. We love you. Had to get out of here fast.